Hi, welcome back to our channel Chal Chakra. Hope you and your family is doing great. Today I'm going to discuss in brief about Saturn planet, how it is connected to your karma, and how you can improve your Saturn planet, which is a most important planet. What if your biggest struggles are not the punishment, but the Saturn's way of upgrading your life is like the Saturn is a real judge of your life. Saturn is known as a lord of karma. You have to think your life like this, just like a judge in the court we call my lord. The same way, Saturn is in the cosmic judge who gives the results based on your action. It does not only favor anyone, it only gives you exactly what you deserve. So, Saturn is a planet of karma. Whatever you will do, that will come back to you. So, why Saturn brings pain in our life? Why Saturn gives struggles in our life, challenges in our life? So, Saturn represents the pain and the struggle, but this pain is not to destroy you. You need to understand your life in such a way like a person reached to a doctor and then doctor told that there is some health issue a person is going through and the person need to go with a heart operation successfully done. During the operation time there is a lot of pain, a lot of struggles, but after operation the person is fully healed. The same way you need to understand the Saturn planet. Whenever the Saturn entered into our life in the form of Shani ki Sade Sati, Dhaiya, Mahadasha, so Saturn started giving you obstacles, pain, challenges in your life. But this pain is not to destroy you. This pain is to make you a better version of your own self. Saturn wants you to bring more balance in your life, and our human body is made up in such a way we don't accept changes so easily, and that is the reason Saturn push us to become a better version of our own self while giving difficult lessons or the changes in our life, or teaches us a lesson that no one else can. So now the Saturn is a very powerful planet. Wherever the Saturn sits, Saturn expects you to become perfect in that area of your life. So, but first, it may bring the delays, pressure, struggles. So, if you handle that pressure very good, you deserves the reward. Whatever dasha you are going through Saturn ki Mahadasha, Shani ki Sade Sati, Dhaiya, it is going to give you a lot of setbacks, problems, struggle, but you have to go through that struggles and the problems to become a better version of your own self. So for that reason, I have divided the karma being divided into the three parts. So first is a sanchita karma, that means all the past life karma stored. We have taken a birth on this earth with some karma, with some past life karma, like things that we have done in the past life, the positive or the negative things we have done in the past life. So Saturn will give you the results on the basis of your past life karma. What you have done in the past life. Have you have done some good things in the past life or the bad thing? If you have done some good things in the past life, then you are going to get good quality life. If you have done some bad things in the past life, then also you are going to get the results from the Saturn, as it is a lord of the justice. The second karma, the part which is seen in your birth chart, like you are born with some debilitated planet and the exalted planet. Debilitated planet here are here to give you the problems, obstacles, challenges. But if you pay off that rin, you will be able to get lot of success also in the life. So this type of karma you have to pay off. So debilitated planet, you have to work for the debilitated planet, and the exalted planet, you have to maintain your exalted planet. The third type of karma is the actions you are doing right now. If you're doing something bad to people, that actions are also recorded in your life, like you are doing gossiping, you have a jealousy problem, you are cheating someone. All those actions will be recorded. Each and every single actions of us are recorded, and then you will be started getting the results, positive and negative, from the Saturn. Saturn mainly activates and delivers your karma. Lord Vishnu has given this power to Saturn planet to give you the results as per your karma. So now what is the core qualities of the Saturn? If you understand these core qualities of the Saturn very easily, then you are going to see a lot of changes in your life, and Saturn will be started giving you the positive results if you follow these qualities. So the first quality of the Saturn is the patience. Saturn gives you the power to wait, as Saturn itself takes 2.5 years to move from one zodiac sign to another. So now, if you are an impulsive person, then you face problems in your life. Because if you take the impulsive decisions, usually you take wrong decisions being in the impulsiveness. So if you want to improve the Saturn planet, you need to bring the patience in your life. Why? Because Saturn itself take 2.5 years, sits 2.5 years in a single zodiac sign. So Saturn wants you to become, to do perfect work, not to take things for granted. So Saturn gives you the power to wait. You should incline patience in yourself. Fear. The most negative effect of the Saturn is Saturn gives you a lot of fear. The fear you feel after doing something wrong. So if you don't have a fear of doing something, like you are not God fearing, or you don't feel like sad about doing something wrong to someone, you keep on doing that thing repetitively, then Saturn is going to give you the problem. A very simple way to improve your Saturn is make sure that you are not repeating the same mistake again and again. Repeating, you can do a new mistakes other day, but take a lessons from already the mistakes that you have done in the past and promise yourself that I'm not going to repeat the same mistake again. Third is Saturn give you the diseases. Like during the Saturn period, if you're going through Shani ki Sade Sati, Dhaiya or Saturn ki Mahadasha, you may go through some physical or the mental struggle. That mental struggle or the physical struggle is coming in your life to make, come to purify you. So that is how you need to understand Saturn all about. So now we need to understand where the Saturn is exalted. Like the exalted position of the Saturn is exalted in Libra. Libra, the Saturn is exalted. Why the Saturn is exalted in Libra? Because Libra is a Rashi of balance, and Saturn is a planet which represent the perfect balance. So as you bring the balance, more balance in your life, that means that you have a good Saturn planet. If the balance is missing in your life, you feel a lot of instability in your life. Sudden events happens in your life. The major is Saturn is reflected in your birth chart. Saturn is Saturn placement in the Capricorn is good. So Saturn in the Capricorn is good because Capricorn is a Rashi of actions. It's a Rashi of karma. So if actions plus patience is there, there is a powerful result which is going to come out. That is the reason Saturn plays an important role in the Capricorn. Saturn plays an important role in Aquarius too. Aquarius is a Rashi of secretive. So one thing that you learn from Saturn is like make sure that you are not sharing your life or your things with others before the event happen in your life, because Saturn is a secretive planet. Saturn believes in do your karma and don't attach yourself with the end result. Even don't share your karma or your actions with others. Let your results tell the success about your life. So this is Saturn. Saturn is all about. Now, what happened when the Saturn sits in different houses? What happened when Saturn sits in the first house? So, first house Saturns, these person need to work a lot on themselves because they have a self-limiting beliefs. With time, they need to be have a patience, and they need to just focus on the actions rather than their attachment towards the end result. They have a lot of pressure and they set their self-made boundaries, so they need to remove the limitations and the boundaries in the life, and they should rely only on the karma and the hard work. If the Saturn sits in the second house, Saturn sits in the second house give you success only through the efforts in the moment. So Saturn is a planet which is connected to the hard work, and if the Saturn is sitting in the second house, wealth will come but only through the hard work. If you will take the shortcuts in life, then you are going to say face the major problem in the life. Third house Saturn. Third house Saturn, it's a good placement of the Saturn, but success only come through the efforts and the movement. If you keep on adding the new skills, you keep on doing the hard work, and you stick to your goals, you are not attached to the end results, then you are going to see the huge success. And the Saturn in the third house is actually a great placement. What happened when the Saturn sits in the fourth house? When the Saturn sits in the fourth house, property comes but with stress and responsibility. If Saturn sits in the fourth house, then the person need to take the responsibility of the family. then only the person will be able to purchase the property. If the person is not going to take the responsibility of the family, will take the family for granted, then the person is going to face a lot of problem and will not able to make a lot of properties. Saturn sits in the fifth house. You are going to get the karmic lessons from your children. Children brings important life lessons to you. If the Saturn sits in the sixth house, Saturn in the sixth house is a good placement, but these people love their pets a lot. They have a good relationship with their servants, but at the same time, they get a lot of emotional pain also through their pets or through their servants. So they have to make sure to overcome the reign of Saturn in the sixth house. They should take care of their pets a lot. Seventh house Saturn. With time, your relationship with your partner will become dry. Marriage will bring the life lessons and challenges in your life. You need to accept your marriage as it is and start working towards it. With what happened when the Saturn sits in the eighth house? Saturn sits in the eighth house, then the person have a long life with a deep transformation. Accept your deep transformation. Avoid cripping and complaining about the sudden transformation or the sudden events happening in your life. What happened when the Saturn sits in the ninth house? Saturn sits in the ninth house, then the person crip and complain about their luck a lot. But the only option is, if it is Saturn, you can't crip and complain. You have to just take the actions against it and stick to it. If you stick to your actions, you are going to see a lot of positive changes in your life. What happened when the Saturn sits in the 11th house? When the Saturn sits in the 11th house, then all wishes fulfilled, but with a lot of ups and downs. And the wishes are going to fulfill when you are like, okay, I'm done with this, and then universe will give it to you. So 11th house Saturn, lot of your wishes will be fulfilled, but if you're attached to the end results, then you are going to see a lot of obstacles and challenges. If you keep on like if you are detached from the end results or detached from your wishes, you will see universe will give it to you. 12th house Saturn. 12th house Saturn, you need to work a lot on your subconscious mind. This is a very good placement for the spiritual growth and letting go. You should practice the letting go. The day when you practice the letting go, you are going to see a lot of positive changes in your life and things will start working in your favor. Saturn's powerful aspect. So now Saturn has a three powerful aspect, and if you understand these three powerful aspect, you are going to see a lot of changes. So first is a Saturn's third aspect, seventh aspect, and the 10th aspect. So now Saturn third aspect, what Saturn third aspect expects from you? When Saturn looks, you must give efforts and the patience. So Saturn third aspect explain you that you should put your self efforts and patience there. Keep on adding the skills and make your desires positive without attaching to your end results. If the 10th house, if the Saturn is there in Saturn's seventh drishti, make sure that you are grounded, you are calm with your interactions, and you need to be you need to start understanding others' pain too. If you're not understanding others' pain and you keep on crip and complain about your own, you only think about your own self and you hurt others, then Saturn is going to give you a very bad results in your life. 10th aspect. This is a very important aspect of Saturn. This is a Saturn's karmic hammer. If you do something wrong, the result will hit the house Saturn is affecting. 10th aspect of Saturn, wherever the Saturn is aspecting 10th in your birth chart, this is that you have to make sure that you are paying off there. Because if you are not paying off there, you are going to face a lot of problems and the obstacles in the life. If you do something wrong, the result will hit the house Saturn is afflicting. Like Saturn's aspect, like Saturn is sitting in the ninth house and it's aspecting your sixth house. If you are not fulfilling your daily life things, you're not giving 100% in your daily life, then you are going to face a lot of problem. There is nothing which can be escaped from Saturn. Saturn can give you the huge success in life if you follow Saturn in the right direction. So this is how you need to work on it. Saturn never brings the bad luck. It is a period to make you mentally strong and responsible. If you started working as per the Saturn, you are going to see a lot more positive changes in your life. So